From hotspots to hidden gems, it's your guide to LA the unscripted way as we reveal the artisans making beautiful things in SoCal. Hello everyone and welcome to LA Unscripted. I'm Dana Devin from our home base here in Hollywood. And you know, we're not the only thing that's made in LA tonight. We've uncovered some beautiful products and magical people that make SoCal so cool. Like this company that almost turned me into a streetwear superstar.
What are the essentials for California? It's t-shirts.
Yeah.
It's fleece.
Hats.
Sweatshirts, hats.
Yeah.
We've made everything from shorts and denim and jackets and all this stuff, but our focus here has been comfortable clothing. For me, Free and Easy Los Angeles was a way to kind of reclaim the essence of California culture for the world. We all need to relax, don't trip, and enjoy our lives. So yeah, it's a true replication of vintage Los Angeles with a modern take.
Oh my God, I love all these hats. And you've got all these bright colors too. Look at all these neons. It's not just about celebrities for sure, but there's sometimes they're the gatekeepers to the world because people don't know about it unless they see it.
So LeBron James is in the playoffs, in the NBA playoffs, and he is in the interview wearing the Don't Trip hat. But he was making a statement. He was like, hey everybody, don't trip. So this LeBron moment, I woke up to 100 emails, everything on our site was sold out. Of course, Mac Miller, who was really important to the brand, really kind of loved and appreciated our brand and helped us spread that message. Adele has been really great for us.
Oh my God. And I like the bucket hat because see, you get the smiley face on one side and then you get this on the other side.
I mean, truthfully, this brand started as an homage to my childhood. Growing up in LA, my parents took us to Zuma Beach every Sunday. So when I started this brand, really the core inspiration was to recreate my childhood beach kit. We gotta swag you out.
Yeah,
we gotta get you that drip.
I got a drip! Okay, is this the drip? Because I feel like this is the drip. Okay, and look at the little painter's pants, how cute. Little painter's jacket. Got my skateboard. We got our little Free and Easy igloo. We got our Don't Trip camera. I feel vintage LA.
I need to get in touch with your agent because I feel like you are the face of our next campaign.
Because a lot of people say I look like a model. Free and Easy is LA born and bred, but it doesn't appeal to just Los Angeles people.
Yeah, that's right. Our goal is to kind of appeal to a universal world of customers. We get the Upper West Side mom who wants the sweats and her son wants the hat. We get the really nice following in Asia and Japan and South Korea, growing in Canada and Australia.
And you actually have a discount code for our audience.
Anything for the models and the talent here. So yeah, freeandeasy.com, use Unscripted at checkout for 20% off for your viewers.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So see, you don't have to trip. Where's my camera? Oh my God, don't trip. And it's all free and easy, baby. That is some of the most fun clothing I've ever worn. Not entirely sure I pulled it off, but I tried. All right, here's a different kind of hat that is definitely not one size fits all. Olivia De Bortoli learned the cowboy way to hat shaping.
So put some steam on it, okay? And then hold it down and then shape.
Yes.
That's it, girl.
I'm a hat shaper.
I think you do it better than me now. The Western lifestyle, you're right, we're in LA, so it isn't a lifestyle, but here we try to make it a lifestyle. The Country General Store is a legacy in the San Fernando Valley. We've been on this corner since 1956. My father started this business in 1956 as an Army-Navy store. I stepped in 1972 and transitioned slowly, and by 1978, we were the Country General Store Western store. The San Fernando, when we first opened up, was very rural, And we had many people with ranches and orange groves, walnut farms, and so forth. So we provided a lifestyle for these people, good workwear, good Western boots, heavy outerwear, flannel shirts, and just great apparel that lasts for forever. My idols were Gene Autry and Roy Rogers, and I've had the good fortune of having them in my store several times. So Mr. Autry actually presented his personal hat to me. This is his Stetson with his name inside, Mr. Gene Autry.
And this one?
This one that you're holding is Roy Rogers' hat. This has what we call a pinch front crease, bounded edge, also a Stetson. And the last hat that you're picking up was our former governor and president, Mr. Ronald Reagan. The store has a history of attracting the entertainment industry, everybody that embraces this Western lifestyle. The Country General Store has it for them.
What are we doing here?
Okay, as you can see, Jose has a hat in his hand, and the steam is coming out of the billow. What he's doing is he's reblocking and reshaping this hat to the likes of somebody who wears that hat. So now what he's going to do, once it gets to a point where he can manipulate the fur, he'll bring down the brim, which is this part of the hat, and he'll shape it to the likings of the customer's need. We are a family business, and I feel that I want them to walk out feeling that they're part of our team.
Well, y'all, this Texas girl loves a good cowboy hat. Now, another SoCal local shows us how they're made in LA.
Skateboards, tees, shoes. We got Doc Martin, Nike, Converse. We got paint for like all the artists that want to do stuff. We got wheels, skateboards, trucks, everything to build a skateboard pretty much. What we're trying to push over here at Neighbors is that you can look good even when you're not skating. We opened 2021, April 3rd, but it's been a project since like 2019. Me and my friend Cleon, we had like dead-end jobs. So we used to like hang out and just like talk about what we wanted to do. And he says that I mentioned like us having like doing a skate shop. I saw him develop what this name would be, what our first sticker would be, which was a huge aspect to the movement that we started. Before you knew it, you had kids in Prague and Ho Chi Minh City putting stickers up, you know, in Spain putting stickers up, doing the same thing we were doing. And then we had a billboard, so that was like the ultimate sticker.
The whole idea of Neighbors started at your grandmother's house.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I grew up skating on that block. I grew up skating in the driveway. I hung out in the back. That was the home base, you know? So like all of the ideas like came to mind there. The whole brand stems around her and like the neighborhood and Leimert Park, my friends.
How does she feel when she comes in here and sees what you've created?
Oh, she trips out. She trips out. She's from a whole another generation. It's unbelievable to her. The billboard's on her street, and it was right up under where I learned to skate. She saw that billboard for the first time and just lit up. Everybody that comes in the shop, they build a skateboard. Everything's custom. You can pick everything.
What's the coolest one? What should I pick out?
I mean, you gotta go with a Neighbors board. This is our collaboration with Denim Tears, these two on this end. Then we collaborated with this artist, Gregory Young. He was a homeless man that we found. All his artwork has like stories to like his life and the things that he'd been through. So when I saw all of his stuff, it really just like, I was blown away. And then right when we produced the artwork and put it on a skateboard, he passed away. This is literally like, it's a passion project for me. This is my life. It's crazy to walk into this space. Sometimes when I walk in and see the mural on the wall and everything that has been put up, it all happens so quickly. At the same time, there was this movement going on amongst the youth of the general West Adams Crenshaw districts. You know, with Nipsey's passing, I think we learned a lot of what he was doing on the back end in terms of how we assert space as Black people, you know? And this is just how it actualized for us, you know. Okay, let's take this space, you know, and then even furthermore, put a ramp outside and watch how kids assert their space, because now there's this this entitlement to space, you know, that didn't exist before for a specific, you know, age group of people.
And we've got so much more coming up. A local leather maker and a true plant artist. You'll see what I mean when LA Unscripted returns in just a minute. Welcome back to LA Unscripted from our home base in Hollywood. I'm Dana Devin, and tonight we're paying tribute to people who keep their products totally local, like this.
Okay, George, so how long does it take to make one pair of shoes?
Well, it depends. I would say the easiest shoe to make is probably 7 hours, and some of our footwear require up to 30 or 40 hours.
They say shoemaking is a lost art, but not for shoe and accessory designer George Escobar, who's made some custom shoes for some of your favorite stars like this guy. You've done some great collaborations, but you've also done shoes for some big names who've got some big feet. I mean,
those were used when LeBron James got married and we made some loafers. This is DeAndre.
Another NBA player.
Champion.
This one's got some tiny feet. Look at this. Emma Stone. Hey, Madonna. Does that say 5.5? I know this guy. Hey, Tyson.
And then this was Yao Ming's. Look at this.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was the big one. Oh, this one's kind of fun.
Brittany Griner.
I used to be into vintage, like the whole punk rockabilly scene here in Orange County in LA. And I used to buy vintage shoes. The problem with vintage shoes, I'm a size 10, nothing quite fit. I finally found a gentleman in the City of Commerce, and we ended up, it kind of just took off. He made me one pair, and we made 2,500 pairs of shoes in 2 years. And if you can think of the musicians that we made shoes for, it's crazy. So the hot pink bubblegum boots for Gwen Stefani, we made those out of the garage. The band Lit, where Pamela Anderson eats the band and spits out the shoe, that's my shoe that we made out of a garage. And then it just kind of kept going from there. So this is our leather, and this is where it all starts. So over the years, I just became that guy who people call on for something a little bit fun and cool and different. From the musicians to athletes and then back to musicians. In 2009, I was part of the CFDA Vogue Fashion Fund, and I was one of the finalists. I didn't win, but I think I won. So Janelle Monáe was my muse. She shows up in New York and she's wearing this white tuxedo. She got to choose her shoes, and we just kind of hit it off from there. And that's kind of what changed the whole brand, the CFDA Vogue Fashion Fund, and then having people like Janelle wear my shoes, and then made more boots for Gwen, and it just kept kind of growing from there. We've been doing collaborations over the years. I love working with other brands. I did a collaboration, part of the Fashion Fund. I did a collaboration with Chloe in Paris, Tommy Hilfiger. I worked for Tumi as the creative director, which really wasn't a collaboration. Nick Fouquet, I've worked with him. And I have other collaborations. The Beverly Hills Hotel, I've been collaborating with for about 6 or 7 years now.
So you redid this design though?
The pattern is, I reworked the pattern.
Yeah.
It's not the traditional Beverly Hills pattern.
Yeah, but you still know it.
Here in my atelier / showroom, we're bursting at the seams, as you can see, and we're in Orange County in Southern California, outside of LA. We've been at this location for 21, 22 years. Being here in Southern California, I think I'm super blessed. I think it's cool. You know, for a long time, LA didn't get the respect that it deserved because, you know, you go to New York, you go to Paris, you go to London, you go to Italy for manufacturing. And for me, I'm gonna be super honest, it was out of ignorance. It's where I needed to be because my wife, we have 3 kids. I can't leave for 7 months at a time. You know, that was just too much. We love being soccer parents and everything that went along with having kids. So it just didn't work with me. It's been really difficult finding people, really, really hard, skilled technicians, artisans to grow the brand. But at the same time, it's been amazing because the people that wear our product, it's an honor.
And there's much more when LA Unscripted's Made in LA special rolls on in just a moment. Welcome back to LA Unscripted. I'm Dana Devin here at our home base in Hollywood. And tonight we're introducing you to the people who keep their products local, like this amazing little place we found called Made Solid.
Made Solid is my leather goods and accessories brand. We focus a lot on handmade home goods, personal accessories like bags, belt. Made Solid represents making solid connections rather than just how well we make things. We only stock things from friends that we know around the world, so there's nothing random out of a trade show. These are all handmade items from people that have a definite connection to us. I'm really designing all of the leather goods pieces myself and making them right here in this space by hand. We've gotten very well known for our leather wrap vases, which weren't really existing in the market when we came out with them.
These are the leather vases you were talking about?
Yes.
Look at the colors of this.
So I painted that one myself.
I love how you said that everything in the store, you have a relationship with the person that made it. Take me through and show me some of the things. Like, I mean, I can't, I love these mugs. Like, I love the way they fit in your hand.
In fact, it's called the Comfort Mug. It's from our friend Brielle Revito. She's in Burlington, Vermont.
This is like, come to dinner, kids, right now.
Antique cowbell from Nigeria.
Okay.
I work really closely with the West African community here in Los Angeles.
What is this?
Hey, if that's where you go with it, is a vintage bottle opener.
I thought it was a whip. I thought this was a whole nother store.
Leather is such a dynamic material to work with. And again, there's so much history, especially in the leather that I use. It comes out of an American tannery, been around since 1881 in St. Louis, Missouri. We can paint on it, we can stitch it up to create a bag, we can shape it with our hands. It's just, for me, so much fun. We also do classes. I have workshops that are available through our website or just coming in and scheduling. We make something really hands-on, really fun, really interactive. Leather in general, but really the leather that I work with, we call it vegetable tan. You set it in a window or it's in your back pocket as a wallet, around your waist as a belt. Your body heat, the oils, all of that over time really wears it in to be a part of your life. And over time, they just become so beautiful. I think most of us have seen that, and we apply it to our everyday lives through the pieces that we make here.
This is it. This is my little dish for like jewelry or whatever. How cute is it? Made by hand or made solid. There are so many cool little things in that store, like wallets and bags and so many gifts. All right, Olivia, back with a way to turn a nature walk into an art project and uncover some plants that are truly to die for, as in D-Y-E.
So excited for this next shoot because I am such a fan of hiking and just being outdoors in Southern California.
And I've always seen such cool plants on these hikes, and I've wondered what's native, what's non-native, and what can you do with them? So I called my friend Erin. These ones, they look like little eggs. Are these native or non-native?
They are. These are native to Southern California. They're called Matilaha poppies, and they're sometimes called the fried egg poppy. Burbo Studio is the name of my art practice, essentially. I'm a natural dyer, and it encompasses all the workshops that I offer and a line of goods that I create with plant dyes. I was healing from a back injury, and the best thing that I could have done was to go out hiking and experience the outdoors. It was very healing physically and mentally, and I just started learning about the plants around me. I've always been an artist, and I started incorporating them more and more into my work. The native plants here are absolutely amazing. We have a Mediterranean climate, and the plants that are native to this land are adapted to the dryness. So they have these periods of blooming and being very verdant and green in the spring in response to our traditional rainy seasons. So they're just very cyclical. So what we see sometimes are the plants drying out during the dry season.
But let's talk about the non-native plants that you use for your dyeing.
Mustard, this is one of them.
Okay.
So this is black mustard. The yellow flowers are showing that there's a yellow dye, a yellow pigment running throughout the plant. So it's called a flavonoid. That yellow color can be used to make a dye of a very similar color, that really pretty bright yellow. I lead plant walks where we talk about native ecology and learn about ethnobotany. Ethnobotany is the relationship between plants and people. I share about how we can work with these plants as supplies for our art, as materials that we can use to create dyes.
All right, so we've done the nature walk portion. Now we're doing the natural dye portion. What are we gonna do here?
Yes, so we're going to put our knowledge of the plants we just learned about to the test here, and we get to be creative with them. We picked some plants that are non-native plants that have a lot of dye in them, and we're gonna arrange them on these cotton bandanas and essentially make an imprint of the shape of the plant. The dye will slowly kind of infuse into the fabric and leave behind a beautiful kind of collage of the plants we collected.
And then we hand this to you,
Yes.
you steam it for us,
Exactly.
and then you give us the final product.
Yep.
Going to Erin's workshops inspired me to try it myself. I did a little test dye with oak galls, but it was so fun. It was so fun that I had to try and do it again. I love that they connect me to nature and they remind me that I'm a part of this planet.
More people who know about these plants around them and can identify their uses and engage with them, the larger the population grows of people who are caring for plants and our ecosystem.
And that is all the time we have for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Get out there and support your local artists and businesses. We'll see you next time. Good night, everyone. Mwah.